Hello, welcome to this new episode of Bachpan Ke Pitare Se. And you are listening to your favorite host, Deepa. In today's episode, I'm going to narrate, or rather, read out a beautiful story that I had read in the Speaking Tree. Speaking Tree is a column in Times of India newspaper. The title of this article is A Tale of Varied Perspectives, written by Sudha Mahi Regunathan. So, before I start reading out the story, a bit background or perspective about the story is this story is particularly set in Arunachal Pradesh, which has got rich flora and fauna, and the flowers or the bushes of rhododendrons are a big part of the biodiversity of Arunachal Pradesh. And rhododendrons particularly grow in slightly elevated regions. So, being on the mountainside, obviously the mode of transport is more of either you walk by foot or on a pony or yaks or something like that. So, this is the story, or rather, a conversation between a ghodawala and a rhododendron bush. Now, who is a ghodawala? So, Ghodawala is particularly a boy or a man who walks his ponies or yaks or horses, runs errands, and carry loads from one place to the other. So, they don't carry loads, they put the load on their ponies and horses and yaks. So, one day there was this Ghodawala who was walking past the rhododendron bushes and admiring the beautiful red flowers on it. He admired the red bushes for some time and then said, "It is so sad that you bloom alone, hidden away from innumerous admirers. I would have loved to pluck you and offer you at the feet of the Buddha in Gaya. Or, if not so far away, at least take you to the love and care to the Gompa temple in my village, where I could have offered you. I would have taken you to the Lord in both the cases. Or, if none of that, I would have loved to take you to my beloved and offer you to her. Oh, she would have been ecstatic to see such beautiful flowers. But alas, I can do none of those. You have to bloom unseen, unknown, unsung, and alone." The rhododendron bush was hearing all that the Ghodawala was saying and replied, "Don't feel bad for me. So what if my branches, leaves, and flowers have poison in them? It is because I have poison that you have not plucked every part of me and ravaged my bushes. It is why I am intact, and you and others like you are able to admire me. Or else you would have seen a broken bush with no leaves or flowers. The poison is my protection. You know, my leaves also turn red often. They are beautiful too." "Ah!" exclaimed the Ghodawala. "But you are of no use to anyone. What is the use of just being pretty?" "Oh, my dear," whispered the rhododendron, "you did not think me worthy enough to be plucked for your sweetheart, nor do you deem it fit to take me to your Gompa. Of course, you did not even consider taking me to Gaya. But I feed the bees that live here and make their home in hives close by. The bees still suck my nectar and take it to the Lord in the form of honey. Your sweetheart cannot take me as honey, but takes me as a medicine when she is unwell. My sweetness reaches everyone. I am still loved by the Buddha. So, do not worry about me, nor lament on your inability to take me to the world." And with a fresh gust of wind, the rhododendron seemed to laugh and sway happily. The Ghodawala kneeled to the beauty which was also aware of her reasons for existence. It had awakened something within him. He, like the rhododendron bush, had to find his purpose. Behind that lonely and beautiful appearance, there was a deeper purpose. The Ghodawala understood that he should not assess from the perspective of how useful anything is to him, but look at the larger scheme of things. Don't you think this is true for us also? Ourselves, our existences? And as the exams, especially the board exams, are going on, we as parents are too bothered about our kids. We are worried. We are worried about their future, about the exams. But let us look at it this way. The marks that they score in the exams do not define them, do they? Each and every individual has his or her own personality. They know what they are doing, and even if they don't know, it is our job as parents to make them realize their assets, their positive qualities, and groom them. Let us find our own selves, our own deeper purposes, so that we can help our kids to do so. And with this thought, I'll take your leave today. That's all for this episode. I'll be back in another episode with some new story, a new perspective. Until then, take care, goodbye, and be confident, be happy. And if you're a student who is listening to this story, just try to find your own deeper purpose and be happy that you are unique. Until next time, goodbye, have a great day. Thank you.